Okay, guys, how are you? Okay, guys, how are you? Share the video, share the video. I'm just on a test and I will be here for the next 20 minutes because I just from doing my regular routine in the morning. And my question here, the rescue train approaching 100 days. Have you seen anything? We don't know. We still holding on. We want them to do what best for Liberia. We got nothing against them, but I said this already that campaign have started. We got to talk to our people. If we don't talk to them, it will be a problem for us. If we don't talk to them, it would be a problem. Because if we wait 2027, 2028 into 2029, we're wasting our time because these guys will already settle themselves, get good money, and they will go back in the community and start to do their own thing. So, how you feeling this morning? Today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. But I'm going to refresh your mind. I'm going to play some stuff. Please share the video. Please share it and let me send it out. Um, Share it. But I'm going to play for you just to refresh your memory. You understand? Just to refresh your memory. I'm going to play for you. And my little boy Noah and video that he did for Mr. Cummings. So let's just for just to reflect yourself to understand that stay in the
Hi,
game.
my name is Noah Keishan, son of Munir Keishan, the general. I support Alexander Cummings for president of Liberia. My dad will vote for Alexander Cummings for president for a better Liberia. Bati, Bati, Gloria, Bati, Bati. Bati, Bati, Alexander Cummings, Bati, Bati. C'est quoi, CBB, c'est quoi, Charlie Brodsky, c'est quoi, I want it, za.
Party, see party, party house. Tenebrous, this tenebrous, tenebrous. Well. Who you want? My Liberian people, who you want? Our market women crying, who you want? Our Yana boys are crying, who you want? Zoba. Handkerchief. Take out your white handkerchief. Let's go. Everybody sing go far. Whoa. Look how can they say that coming where we want. But me can't they coming where we want. Very like they coming where we want. Nima can't they coming where we want. Basa can't they that coming where we want. Get my can't they that coming where we want. Papa, we I said that coming where we want.
Okay, guys, I just played that to reflect your mind. That's what we did last year. But we said our comments we want, but Librarian Post said no. We want comments. We're not looking for comments. We don't need comments. It is not comments time. We say, all right. You know, it's so sad in our country. The other day I listened to Spoon and I listened to Dr. Brooklyn. And he spoke well and said that people in the diaspora would be the one to change Liberia. In what way? We should tell our people the truth. We should make them to understand that this is what good for our country. But people in the diaspora, educated people, people who went to school, people who understand how life is supposed to be like, because we came out, we saw it. Maybe if I was to live in Liberia throughout, I was going to be the same. But we live in a different life and want to go back home and don't change nothing. Or by the time we fly and we get over this airspace of Liberia, our mind are changed. Or the people in Liberia are the only people, they say they like Mr. Cummings. They don't want Mr. Boaka. They don't want Mr. Weah. That's what the people say. But what you say? Listen, guys, we got to help change Liberia. This is not what because Mr. Boaka is president, not because Joshua was president. But we need to change Liberia. We need to change our mindset. We need to talk to our people. We need to start talking to them now and tell them these two parties, CDC and UP, got nothing to offer us anymore. For the last 18 years, my people, we left the country to CDC and UP. Madam Serif came in, she did her best. Everybody got a star, don't get me wrong. But in Liberia, we upgrade criminals and we downgrade professionals and good people. Today in Liberia, professionals are trying to be professional beggars. Today in Liberia, the man and pa cannot afford it. So they're using us. They're using your own resources to convince you. Look at their lives, especially to my brothers and sisters in the CDC. You love your party. I agree with you. But you are not the problem. The problem is the leadership. 12 years you struggle with CDC. You came to power. 6 years, they abandoned you. President Weah brought his own people. Everything. Oh, President Weah love Liberia. President Weah love Liberia. Look at President Weah projects in Liberia and look at the government projects. If President Weah was going to take every situation in Liberia serious and ready, it was going to be good. If you're going to take it personal, that means he take job creation personal, he take security personal, and take other things, everything he take it personal. But what President Weah took personal, he wanted to pull a park. Yes, that's the first time we ever got a park in Liberia. But if President Weah would sit and look where he coming from, the countries he visited or he lived in, that park is a trash. But for Liberia, it's good because there are parks in some communities here that you can't compare with that. But he did it. He took personal pride in putting one behind the barracks, which was good. But he got better one in his other country. But he did it. His mark is there. But President Weah failed to lead. President Weah failed to correct all the mistakes. President Weah failed to bring us together. The corruption was order of the day. People were, yes, you understand, oh, we will take the money because we got to get our people, we got to do this. President Weah loved the Liberian people, so he got to put them into government. They got to work as a civil servant because they got to make lay money. What President Weah failed to do to create jobs, government don't create jobs. Government create the avenues for jobs. We all know that. But they failed to create that avenue for business people to show up. Please, guys, if you're watching, you got to stop following me. You got to start to follow me now on YouTube sometime. I beg you. So I won't ask you for anything because I want to get on radio. So if you go to YouTube, TGN TV on YouTube, you will see me. If you can just subscribe, I will appreciate it. And it will help us instead of me be begging you for small thing. Then whatever we get from there now, we can make sure, because I'm already feeling with the negotiation. I'm only looking for money now to start my first day on radio in Liberia. It's not free. I'm looking for at least $400 to start something. Now, President Weah did all these things. Business people started to go to Liberia and they got stuck. No, the government here, the corruption too much. We can't protect the business people money. No matter what, whether we agree or not, you must protect the businessman that bringing him $1 million in. Since you can mash it up, protect that man, let the man create job. Everybody stop. 6 years went back. They were campaigning. People dying. Other people are getting jobs. Yes, he held the peace, but opposition held the peace too. The opposition was the one who chose not to demonstrate, not to do anything different. And things were going on. Now, for the first time, the sympathy card played. Mr. Bouakai, the only man in Liberia with the most experience. When Henry Costa and others were running all over the place, Mr. Bouakai is the experienced man. Mr. Bouakai know what to do. He's experienced. He's been in government for so long, and we elected him. Mr. Bouakai promised the Liberian people, I know the problem of Liberia. And I know that what he told the people, he put in his own mouth. That he trusts himself. He knows what the Liberian people want. They're going 100 days. They're moving, but they're not on speed. The car is moving slow. Because up to now, Mr. Bouakai have not even formed his government yet. They said we should give time. Don't criticize. No. Don't say we shouldn't criticize. We're not criticizing negatively. Because Mr. Bouakai promised that he will replace, he will increase the people money, put it back to where President we are caught it from. So Samuel 12, right? Samuel 12 said, I challenge you. President Bouakai promised the Liberian people a lot of stuff. He promised the American government, I will give you a Prince Johnson. You think the American people behind war crime code because they won't get well? They want Prince Johnson. That Prince Johnson they want. The president said, I'd rather sleep with the devil to survive than to dance with the angel. And today, he's dancing with the devil. The government don't have a contact. President Bouakai don't have a contact. The vice president, no contact. The president pro tem, no contact. Look, which I believe it today, your personal contact can also help. If you look at Ellen Johnson has no plan when she came to Liberia. But Ellen Johnson used her contact and start bringing things in. That what make her, that what kept her alive. That what kept her government going. You understand? Now we know that we can stand on our own. But listen, we need the tough choices. We want small government. We want things to happen. But we must put our foot down. If UP were doing it in good faith, if UP want to do this thing here in good faith, that we need to reduce the government payroll is too high, then we should do it the right way. That's my only problem. I want small government. But if you get a small government, you should be able to create jobs. Business people should be in the country. Investors should come in to employ our people. But if you don't have the investors in the country, the only means that people depending on right now, that government job. Madam Serif had her people there. When Joshua came to power, let us call a spade a spade. Joshua did not run after UP members who was a civil servant, and some of them were way down. They had some people who were assistant directors and in other ministries in maritime, whatsoever. Today you know that, yes, because some of them now got bigger position in this government. Let's agree, Joshua employed most of his people from CDC. Let's agree, Joshua appointed most of his countrymen. That's true. But not because Joshua did it, we should do it today. We want to reduce the government. But can you just abruptly just jump in and take off 730 Liberians who, I bet you, if you check the salary, they barely make 150 a month. They barely make 150 a month. If you're going to cut down and lay people off, the great United States do the same thing. They lay people off and give them severance pay. They lay people off in America and they go for work permit and unemployment, because you know what? They paid into unemployment. When they lay people off in America, they went for unemployment. Is there unemployment in Liberia? No. But in Liberia and in the labor law, if I'm wrong, somebody can correct me. For every 1 year you spend, especially if you go 5 years, it's 1 month pay. If they're going to lay you off, not to fire you, they lay you off because of financial constraints on the government, which is no problem. And they will do a first come, first serve. They look at the active people and then they say, listen, we got to cut the government down. So we're going to come at first come, first serve. Seniority will start from the bottom, but we lay you off. If things get better, you guys will be the first on the list for employment. That's what the people can do. That a labor law. Well, I hear nobody talking about it. If you think it's better to pay this man $500 to save the government, then pay him $500 and continue. But if you lay him off, you do not bring another person in that position. No. That is the witch hunt. So UP want to employ the people, but they're using the tactics. Oh, Civil 7 said they would lay people from the Ellen Johnson time. Civil 7 ever put notice up for controller in a ministry. The ministers will bring their own controller and leave them there. The ministers will bring their own special assistant and leave them there. The ministers will bring his own people and leave them in the ministry. Why 9 today? Okay, you want to get it right. You want to get it right. So this is where the president, the Liberian people that I know, we listen to our pastors and we listen to our leaders. No matter what the Civil 7 boss says, nobody going to listen to him. Only Mr. Boaka. Now, Mr. Boaka should be the one to come out and tell the Liberian people that, listen, my people, we need to cut the government down. We need to cut people down. And as we cut the government down, we will pay you off and you can go and start your little business. Please, this is not a witch hunt. Also, to my UP members, if you want to get a job, you can apply, but we're doing everything to make sure that the private sector is good for companies to come in. So, but if they are looking for, you can go and apply through the Civil 7. We all know Civil 7 is supposed to put the list up if they're looking for controller in certain ministries and whatsoever. So if it is truth, you want to take out 40,000 Liberians of jobs, we're making a big mistake. Even what we're doing right now, we are making a big mistake. You understand? I agree there's no money to pay everybody. But guess what? If they had the money, they were going to add their own, and then the government just get bigger and bigger and bigger. But there's no money. There's no money. Now, you have to take your time. You are the one who want to rescue. There are so many ways you can kill the cat or the rat. But let me tell you my own thing. If you take your time to kill ants, you know the mission ants? I don't know what the mission ants for. Because they're going to be walking here, they're going for a war. The ants. If you take your time and squeeze it, you will see that little liquid coming from the back part. If you smash it up, you won't see nothing. Now, you want to make sure that Civil 7 work. You start telling them to clock in. You start looking at the production report. You start looking at the attendance record. You start checking. You start looking. You know what I'm saying? Right now, there's no money to pay. We agree. The same thing. WIAC fee. Ask the question, how Joshua used to pay the WIAC fee. But Joshua put the people on the impression that he was paying it. But sometimes he take it from LPRC. Sometimes he take it from Freeport. Sometimes he take it from other places. So what you do? Are you going to cut it off? No. Try your best and pay it. But then you fix it. Because Mr. Cummings told me that one of the questions I asked him, my last interview with him, What are you going to do with free tuition and WAEC fee? He said there's nothing we can do because the president have already introduced it to the Liberian people. Well, my little, I make a new production, but I test it first. When it work, I will let you know. You know, after exercising, I got to beat this down by putting in different form. I asked him. He said, we can cancel it, but we'll make it right. We'll see how best to put in the budget and how to do it. We got money in our country. Let me tell you the real truth. We got money. Liberia is not broke. Our officials make that country to be the way it is today. We're not broke. We are not broke. Look at your budget. From day one, all the money, they give it to government officials. The salary is high. They living good life. They're driving nice cars. The people living better life. They don't care about you. That is why I continue to appeal to you. Look around us. Look at Senegal. Senegal, you need to check yourself. Go and check on it. Soko, who is the prime minister, was disqualified to contest in the election because of something that disqualified him. Ari, what did I pronounce the name right? Who's the president now, a young guy, 44 years old, a tax collector, tax inspector. He and this guy did the same job, tax inspector. He formed a political party. The last election, he came third in the last election. But he ran on a radical change with the young people. He's not a celebrity. He was not a celebrity. He's not like George Weah. But he ran on a platform and talked about corruption and what. Even one of his first things he against then getting one currency with the French people. You see what I mean? Because French one day is one current, this currency along with the, you know, I can't go into detail like I look at it too good. But this boy, the first thing when he took over, he ordered Macky Sall government. Imagine, he said they should order the government. Now his prime minister, the guy who's the prime minister now, that's the guy who the Soko was disqualified from election. So Soko took him and put him on his team. Listen, it's like they banned Beckham Matthew from running. You see how, like, you see the difference? At the time they banned the party. I'm sorry, they banned the party. But they banned this guy. They say they disqualify him that he cannot contest. So what he did, when they released the guy, because the guy did not release him but 3 different times, amnesty. The last time he went to jail was defamation of somebody's character or whatsoever. But he was a fighter. So Soko took him and said, listen, get in my spot. You run on my ticket as president. And he told his supporters and campaign and said, I want you to look at him as Soko. It's like George Weah disqualified, or they disqualify Mr. Bwaka, or they disqualify Tier 1 or Mr. Cummings. But then they put somebody on the ticket and say, listen, since I'm not running, you go. Then he tell his supporters, he said, look, I want you to look at him as Soko. Don't look at him as a different person. And he won the election. But when he won the election, in their place, the president can appoint the prime minister. The president appointed him as prime minister. Yes, I was listening to one of the journalists. They said he's young. It's not an easy thing to form the government. But guess what they did? They fired nobody. They fired nobody yet. Government continues. So officials are still in the government who Macky Sall appointed. But these guys, they were young. The way you can say, oh, governmental experience. And you see the difference? No. But the guy who's the prime minister, he's the guru. He's the real politician. So they're going to take the time to change the government to make appointment. And he promised the president will be sending the first list to you for approval, because he knows who to be appointed. But they never removed. Macky Sall never told his ministers to leave office. Like what President we are, you say the man with good idea. Leave the office and just walk out. No. Government continues. Today, the people elected a young man. It's not about age. It's not about how old you are. Everybody around the world want this change. Change for the people, change for the people, change for the people. Not change for themselves, not change, change. Change. That's what they wanted. We tried to do it in Liberia. We brought George Weah. It never worked. George Weah was all about himself. Today, he's rich. My people, Liberian people, we beg you. These two parties, you open your eyes. Whether you member of CDC, you member of UP, look at your leadership. They're not doing nothing. Nothing they're doing. They're fighting each other. But let me remind you again, I will play this tape here, and which is truth. When they said it, Mr. Bwaka, his health will not permit him. But look here, you think they care about you, but I'll play this again from the Vice President, Jeremiah Cohn. Let's listen to this.
These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, a good everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he said, he said, when you run for one term, he said, I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
Okay. That is the vice president. That's what he said before. But we didn't believe it. But this is the situation we're in. Prince Johnson said the same thing. Everybody, Sanko, Socket. Thank you, Dolo. His name is Sanko. Okay, I got to find it. I think I saw Soko. I saw it on Fayed, that's the president name, and Sonko, Sonko. But you said it's Sonko, Dolo. Not Sanko, it's Sonko. But I will call him Soko, I'm sorry. But it's Sonko. S-O-N, not S-A-N. Sonko. That's how he spelled his name. Yeah. So, my people, this is not about Mr. Bwaka. Look, sometimes you say, oh, things will start bad and then it might pick up tomorrow. But we have not seen it picking up. And this is where my frustration comes from. When I see people fighting for a particular job and the president allowed them, then it's a problem. I want you to explain, Kula. I want you to explain because you confusing me here. Anyway, I got to better use marketing and branding land in America to rebrand and market Mr. Cummings, and then use the style of WIA and CDC to sell him to the local communities he wishes to rule over. He's not looking to be a ruler. Okay. A leader cannot pretend to be a European or American in a Liberian African society. So you see, now you already said that Mr. Cummings pretending to be European and American, but want to go to Liberia. So to you now, Mr. Cummings is not a Liberian. You see, this is what I just pick up from your post. And we should brand him to America. No, let me make you to understand. Mr. Cummings will not change his ways, and I intend for him not to even change his ways. The only part I would take from your statement that the Liberian style of politics is totally different. It's not American politics. So I don't want you to give me such an advice. I appreciate it, but I will not take it, because the fact is that if you run it into in Liberia, you got to do it the Liberian way. I'm not yet selling Mr. Cummings as an American or European. So that advice is not for me, because I'm one of those who continue to say that we should add on to what Mr. Cummings has in his possession. Mr. Cummings know the time. He's a leader. He was whatsoever. But we got to behave our people to change them. So we don't have to take it from George Weah, or we don't have to take it from CDC or whatsoever. So that one, I disagree with you. But look, the thing is that nobody can tell me nothing about Liberian people. I will live for my people. I understand my people, and I know how they think. They are not Americans, so I am not going to take the American style and put it onto them. But the Liberian men want to see themselves in you. The Liberian men want to feel you. Whether you got money or not, they want to have that opportunity to come closer, shake your hands, and make you understand, wow, the guy is just like me. Especially when you get money and you come down. That's what Liberian men like to feel. Which I agree with that. We need to add on. But when you trying to say Mr. Cummings pretending to be an American or European and whatsoever, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And if you live in America, let me make you to understand today, the people that will change that country, they are out of Liberia. That is why God bless us to go out and come back. But if you don't understand it yet, no. There is nowhere you will live in a broken society and you still have a good idea. The ones with a good idea will never succeed. Now, if God bless you and you leave Liberia, and when you go back, you go with new ideas. Read the story of Singapore. You will understand what I'm talking about. Go and read the story of Singapore. We need a leader that would not look at you as his tribal man or look at you as mayor of his county, but should look at you as a Liberian. That's the leader we're looking for. Are we going to get it right now? No. Will the Liberian people vote for Mr. Cummings? Yes or no. In 2029, you still try to don't still vote for him. It's up to the people. But if you want us to remain and think that Liberian and Liberia will not go nowhere, no, I disagree with that. I will not bring myself down, and I will not succumb to any Liberians in Liberia who think that we should do the business the way they want to do it. No. That I the one who convince them. That listen, where I'm coming from, when God bless me, I went to the States. They get unemployment, they got student loan, they got free food, they got everything free if I can't work. If they fire me, they got unemployment. We don't have it in Liberia. If I'm sick, they will not stop me from going to the hospital where I went at. We can do the same thing in Liberia. They're not better than us. We got the same ideas. We can do the same thing. I will continue to tell my Liberian people that. I will not sit there and say, oh, because the people want Mr. Smith, so Mr. John is not qualified. You know that Mr. John is qualified. It is our responsibility to talk to our brothers and sisters. Because things are hard right now, they own us. Everything increasing. America is hard. Now you got to worry about family people back home. You got to worry about friends, cousins, different people. because there is nothing in Liberia. Liberia is not the worst country. Liberia is still better financially compared to any other country around us. Although they say we are the poorest nation, but we're doing good. We're doing good. But our country is so small that our leaders cannot fix it. Impossible. Impossible. Liberia is not that big. How many population? 5.3 million people? No. We even know how many people. We don't really know because it's just fake report. Everything about us is fake. Everything about us is cheating. Census, we cheated in again. To check our own self, we cheated. There are a lot of points like, bro, they're doing census. The president left the country for 49 days. Oh, my man, just check me. I got 4 persons behind me. Just put a name down. What's that? We want to fight corruption, but we don't want to put things in place. Yes, Mr. Black, I want to do it, but we're doing it. Yes, we want small government, but we're doing it the wrong way. We're still increasing other areas where the president can take money from. President, executive bribing lawmakers. The president gave $365,000 to give to all the counties, but he sent it through UP. Then what do you expect? $300,000 and $630,000 just for inauguration, and people went to never drink water. It's not fair. You need the money, you need everything. But they're lying to us. Our people lying to us. They're fooling us. They're making fun. Instead of them teaching our people how to fish, what they're doing, they're making it be a beggars. They will come to them. Oh, the Yombi said, that's usual. She said, even the former vice president. Oh, you know, with this thing here, we got to increase our salary because every day the people come to us to beg that how they want to keep our people. So this is not about whether Mr. Cummings can be changed. We got to brand Mr. Cummings in America. Mr. Cummings is not running America. And I am not telling the people whether Mr. Cummings is rich or not, because Mr. Cummings will not put his money into Liberia. Mr. Cummings is not running for president to make profit. That is why the next election, Mr. Cummings will not put his family money into it. We will have to do it. If we want to bring another bad leader, fine. It's up to us. It's up to us. If we want to bring a bad leader in now, it's fine. But for me, I will continue to speak out as long as God give me life, God give me that breath. I will continue to speak out. Okay, guys, I will talk to you later. I got to take my son to his practice, and I'll be back. So, Dolo, you coming on my page here to kind of discuss and tell the person to tell Kula to call you? Okay, Dolo, I can't call Liberia. And you say Kula should call you, I can't call Liberia. Don't worry. So, guys, y'all have a good. I appreciate the comment, and I'm not. Please, Kula, your Baton Kula. Oh, that Baton Kula he's talking about. Well, you see each other a long time, so the man say you call here. I'm not disagreeing with you, you know, but the message is for other people, because there are people which there's truth trying to brand Mr. Cummings, and they're still thinking that the way we do business in America, that's how we do business in Liberia. It's wrong. Even like my friend were on the LRT and yesterday, and he said, oh, the people should understand things will not just happen overnight. And that's what Liberian thinking about. They don't care what things will happen overnight. But you see, this is my thing. If you get a lot of children in the house and you're thinking what to do, if you give them the food that they will stop causing noise and you will concentrate, give them the food and stop causing noise. If that the WIAC fee, it was not in the budget, farm money, there are so many places that they can take money from. But most of these officials, if an official can go and steal 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, why they can just take that money and pay the WIAC fee, then next budget, they can add it in. So you just have to do something. If that's the rice, why you having a long-term program, there should be a short-term program. It almost short-term disability and long-term disability. My people, it's a simple thing. This is not rocket science. And then please don't blame us. You people have tried, other people try, other people. Don't blame or Tiawan Gonglo supporter or Mr. Cummings supporter or Moneybar supporter and say, oh, y'all will remain there for long. Listen, that is two party. We try. We're going 18 years now. We've been seeing the two party, and we have not gone anywhere yet. Ellen was very lucky. She had the international support for the last 12 years. So things were going. When she left and everybody started to leave, we know our economy is not strong. We beg for everything in Liberia. Even if you're a beggar, even the beggars in the street can sometimes buy their own food. But Liberia, we can't even purchase police uniform. We can't even purchase textbooks. We need it free. But your officials are making more money. They're driving $70,000 cars. We're not talking about it. But we continue to beg. That is why our children and grandchildren are begging. So they want it free. Because even our government, even the officials who got everything, still begging you every day. My people, are we going to remain like this? Are we going to be a failed state like Haiti? Today, Haiti is fighting against 9 gangs members. Imagine Kenya trying to go to Haiti to help them. And Haiti is right near and start a car. You got a key? Yeah. Okay. You drive to go? America, not far from there. But they're tired. They are tired. They corrupt. The people just fed up us with them. You want to get fed up with us? No, they cannot. We are good people. We are forgiving people. We are smart people. It's just that we've been having bad leadership. Look, whether Liberian vote for Cummings or not, they're not going to change my life. I'll be honest with you. What I believe in is what I believe in. Nobody can change me about Ellis Cummings. Until Ellis Cummings says he's not going to contest, and I see another person. But for now, I'm seeing nobody. And I will never belong to God, but to support another candidate, you must be different. Because this is not about me. It's not about my family. It's about Liberia. It's about Liberia, our young people getting jobs. Companies should go in Liberia. People should be able to make more money in the private sector than into government. But in Liberia, when a company go there and say, oh, you know, we can't pay the government employees good, so we can't allow you to pay somebody $10. It's wrong. It's wrong. You and I can fix it. We shouldn't be too personal. Sometimes we look at some people get PhDs, some people get masters, but they didn't get experience. Ask yourself the question. Some people came to America, they went to school, and it never worked. They went back home. But they want to be ministers. Oh, because they got a degree. So now they're going to learn on the job. And they are poor people. You got to show some honesty, some integrity, empathy. I'm not accusing everybody in Liberia. I'm not just criticizing. But when snake bites you, when you see worm, you run away. You'll have a good day. God bless you and have a better Saturday. So don't forget, please go to TGN TV and subscribe. I will appreciate it if you can do that. You understand? Please. But I will continue to just refresh your mind. And let me close it up with PYJ too. PYJ say una leti.
If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. That's why you have to protect it. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that. What is your problem? Then you on the radio. What is your problem? Then you on the radio on me. Hey, my brother, what I do? All right. You gotta change. Because you alone, your boss cannot cover the whole bed again. We're fighting for you. Equals our mama. Remember when we have the old battle the park. I will make a paper for Karosi. And we did it. We are fighting for you. We're begging you people. If you make the man disgrace, it will be good for you. We are turning to the man against our prayer for you to produce vice president. The old man is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then that Kun will be doing the job for you. Can you go everywhere? No. The old man is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then that Kun will be doing the job for you. Can you go everywhere? No. But I want you to be careful. We are fighting for Nimakan.
So thank you guys. I just try to tease you. I know that that's just an old promo. I know some of you are mad and I say, oh, the man I started campaign, man. Them are not worried. But please like the video and share the video. I beg you. I hold your foot. Hey, want me to hold your foot? I will hold your foot. Don't think I won't throw you down. So just like the video, and also don't forget you can go to TGN TV on YouTube. And also you will be able to see us, see the show, and just subscribe. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're always there, and no matter what happened, and I promise not to block nobody. So don't worry, you can say whatever you want to say. I will not block you, and that's it. But let's just do the right thing. It's for Liberia. Let's do the right thing and let's just get everything going. Okay, y'all have a good dinner. God bless you. I love you. TGN. Thank God it's Friday. Bye for now. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. And thanks to those of you who have liked the show. I see only 4 person here like the show. Only 4. I can't believe 4. Please, your finger hurting. How long it take you to like? Your finger hurting? Please, man. Hey, man. Y'all want to be talking. Y'all want me to be cussing too now. I will not do it. I beg you. Bye.